what's up YouTube? What's up to my Rare Breed family? I'm Demi the Don. And so y'all, today we're about to talk about a real sensitive situation. Hold on y'all, let me fix my camera. Okay, so basically, I did another video in regards to this. Basically I'm talking about how to get over a past loved one. So today I'm going to give you 4 examples of how to cope with the passing and how to grieve if you're grieving now, or how to continue to grieve, or just, ways to relax. Because at the end of the day, we don't talk about death a lot. And when people do talk about it, it's hard for them to talk about it. Some people think it's negative. A lot of people just kind of brush things under the rug and just continue to move forward. I mean, that's okay, and it's good to just kind of, you have to put things aside that you can't control, that you have no control over. We cannot just bring people back from the dead, not unless you on that crazy witchcraft, Satan. Yeah, we don't do that over here. We don't have to, y'all. But we do have to learn how to cope and deal with things as life goes on. And we do have to learn how to accept the fact that these people are gone, but that doesn't mean that we have to live life in sorrow. So basically I'm gonna give you 4 examples of how to get over someone when they have passed. And my first example is, and y'all, is something that a lot of us do every day, but it's real therapeutic. You have to cry. And the reason I say this is because, you cried when you found out. You cried at the funeral, I get it. Cry. Like, how is it supposed to help? It helps to relieve a lot of energy that's like you need to get out. It helps to relieve a lot of pain. And just because you are crying does not make you weak. Because a lot of people see you and they see you crying and they take it as a sign of weakness. But it's not. Sometimes you have to just cry. You have to just get it out, no matter how long it takes, how many days. Even if you're at work right now and you have some free time to yourself, whenever you just have a little time to yourself, just go and cry. Even if it's for a minute or two. Like, you need to get this out. And I'm telling you, y'all, after you cry, sometimes it makes you feel a lot better when you just release all that negative energy, because the only thing you are doing is holding in how you really feel. And you just feel so much better once you can just let that cry out. So I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're around people. If they want to think you weak, then let them think you weak. But at the end of the day, you are doing this to make yourself feel better. And you can cry every day for the next 5 or 10 years. If it'll make you feel better, then cry yourself a river. Okay? Because it's going to help you to relieve that stress. It's going to help you to relieve that pain. You don't deserve to sit here with all that pain and emotion just bottled up in the inside of you. You have to release that so you can bring in the good energy. It's okay to cry, whether you man, woman, dog, cat, I don't care. When you cry, it shows a sign of strength. When you walk around here and act like you can't cry, like you just go so hard and no one is never gonna see you cry, that's a sign of weakness, to be honest. So like I said, if you need to just cry for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, hell, you can cry for a whole hour if you want to. You need to cry. It definitely helps you feel better. Because, after you all cried out, you just feel a lot better, because all that negative energy that's building up in the inside of you, you can finally release it and just, let it go. So y'all, that's number 1. So y'all, look, okay, the second thing you want to do, and call me crazy if you want, I've been called worse, I don't care. And what I'm telling you is not about to make you crazy, and who gives a fuck about what other people think. This is you and your life, This is to make you feel better. Just talk to them. Talk to them as if they are right beside you, y'all. When you talk about things, it makes you feel better, no matter what anyone says. Even when you just going through any little situation, the first thing you do is pick up the phone and call someone, whether it's good or bad, because you need to talk about it. And see, when someone passed over, it's kind of hard to keep talking about it, and then some people don't want to hear about it. That's fine. You don't have to talk to them. Talk to that person as if they are right beside you. Because the way I believe in life, and I believe in life after death, I believe that their soul lives on. When someone truly cares about you, whether they're here on earth or not, they're going to be thinking about you right beside you. So, that their soul, their body, I'm sorry, y'all, their body is physically not here, but their soul lives forever, especially if they didn't sell it to the devil. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all, just talk to them just like they right beside you. Talk about those good times y'all had, those places y'all went. Talk about the places that y'all thought about going and that you didn't make it. Talk to them like they are in heaven, because this is someone you love. This is someone you care about. Just say, so how is heaven? I know it's nice out there, We plan to go to the Caribbean ourselves. I know you're going to be there, so just protect us and show us, the ropes once we get there. Talk about those times y'all went out, those embarrassing moments. Talk to them, keep their spirit alive, because their soul is still here with you, guiding you and protecting you. Sometimes people truly pass away because they are your guardian angels. There was that angel right here on earth. That's why you miss them and you love them. And you just wonder, like, God, why did you take this person from me? God didn't take that person from you. He put them in a position that they can help guide you even more now that they are in heaven with him. So y'all, if, people get tired of hearing you talk about the same old thing, it is what it is. Let them feel how they want to feel. This is to help you. This is someone you love. This is someone you miss. This is someone who protected you and you protected them. This is someone who had your back and you had their back. They made you feel good about life. They gave you motivation. They encouraged you. You deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to walk around here having to hold things in. You didn't deserve to lose that person here in the physical, but you did. But in the spiritual, these people are still with y'all. A lot of things you are going through, good and bad, they was right there watching, protecting you. These people are sitting right up there with God. They know how to protect you. That's why you still feel connected to them at times, because they are still right here with you. And, like I said, a lot of us don't know how to deal with these things. But just talk to them just like you would on a normal day. Because they can see it, they can feel it. And then sometimes, y'all, and this awful experience happens to me, like, I know when someone that has passed in my life, I truly miss them. I know when they come around, because I get chill bumps all up my arms. Like, I get extremely cold. It's almost like I can just feel their presence. You see, because when you are real connected to God and spiritual, you can feel things, especially when it gets quiet. When no one's around, no type of crazy energy, it's just your energy or other good energies, you can feel those people. Like, start paying attention, because someone wanted someone to hear that right now. They wanted you to know, look, I'm right here beside you. The reason you get cold is because I'm holding you. I'm holding your hand. You looking at me as being in the ground, in the grave, and I'm looking at you like, I'm right here. Seriously, y'all, they are right here beside you, not missing anything. Hell, when you make a plate of food, you can make them a plate too if you want to. Or take it to their grave if it'll make you feel better, Visiting their grave and just talking just like they're still here, that makes them feel good. It lets them know, like, wow, not only am I right here beside them, but they keeping my spirit alive. This makes me feel good. I'm already in heaven feeling good. Now they talking about me. That makes me feel even better. And if people want to think you crazy, let them think you crazy. They've said words behind your back anyways. And like I said, this is to help you grieve, y'all. These are, techniques, things that I do myself, and I know it works. That's why I'm able to talk about it. And like I said, y'all, over here, we're a Rare Breed family. We're definitely going to talk about it. Because you didn't deserve that. But God He was ready. He was ready for his child to come home and help him watch over you. So y'all, that was number 2. Just talk to them as if they're right here beside you, because they are right here beside you. And so y'all, okay, number 3 is, if someone does want to listen, then talk about them. Let them know why you care so much about this person. Talk to them about the good things this person has done. Let them know that, this person was so special to me. This person was a part of me. When this person passed, they took a part of me. And I just need to express this. I need to get this off my chest. I need to feel better. I want you to know how important this person is to me. And if the person that you are talking about, your passed over loved one too, if they care about you, they're going to understand how you feel. They're going to want to listen. So, if they care about you, they care about the people who are in your life that you care about. You see what I'm saying? It's not hard just to listen to someone and just let them vent. Even if they just kind of sit there with the stuck face and they just like, yeah, I know. Cool. Because sometimes people can't relate to what you're going through. And then sometimes people just don't have a heart like that, y'all. And they feel like, well, I've lost so many people and I've gotten over it. Because I've heard that too. I've lost both my parents, so I don't care about what no one else is going through. That's evil. That's pure selfish. That's pure evil. So if you have someone that's genuine, that's around you, that will listen to you, then talk to that person. But if not, that's fine. You don't have to talk to people about it. But you have to release that energy. You have to release that negative energy, because, it does stop you from functioning properly on a day-to-day basis. People want you to just get over it. Oh, yeah, the funeral was, that was 2-3 weeks ago, or 2-3-4 years ago, 10 years ago, however long. They want you to just shut up and get over it. You can't get over someone that you really cared about, especially if that person was the only one who in this world who truly cared about you. And when you're chosen in this world, you don't have too many people who you value. So when you do lose someone that you do value, it hurts. It hurts on a whole nother level. But demonic people wouldn't understand that, because they don't care. And plus, they already going to hell anyways. They know they are going to hell. A lot of people already know what time it is, because they know they are an evil spirit. So talk to people, but just be aware who you talk to. Talk to someone who that cares or could relate to the same thing. You can listen to them, allow them to listen to you. Y'all can talk about it. Just talk about how you felt when you got that news. Talk about how you felt at the funeral. Talk about how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Because at the end of the day, you just can't sweep things under the rug and continue to move forward. That's why people walk around here so angry now. Because they don't know how to cope with how they feel, or they feel like it's going to make them seem like they're a weak person. And let me tell y'all, because, people do that. Like, they will, if you go to someone's funeral and you're like a chosen one, or, you just stand out in the crowd, you're the black sheep. And we're going to get into that too, y'all. It's a video coming up about, black sheep. We're going to talk about it. But, y'all, they will make that whole funeral about you and you being sad. It's a whole person over there laying in the casket we're never going to see again. But they're all focused on you and the fact that you are sad about that person. Y'all, people are demons. I witnessed that firsthand. Like, they took that one moment, they felt like you were sad and they ran with it and it made them feel good. They couldn't even give respect to the person who's not going to be here anymore because they were so fascinated on you and the fact that you were hurting at that moment. Everyone should have been feeling that pain. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how demonic people are. But you don't let that stop you from living, though. And like I said, if someone doesn't want to listen, then go to someone who will. And that's leading on to, what number was we on? That's the fourth one that I want to talk about. If that person doesn't want to listen, someone you know, a family, a friend, co-worker, if they don't want to listen to how you feel and what you've been through, then seek professional help. Y'all, I've been in therapy on and off for years. Years, y'all, since I was a teenager. It's okay to seek help. It doesn't make you crazy or anything. To be honest, when you go and seek help for yourself mentally, you are one of the strongest people in this world. Because, see, God didn't put you here to have the answers to everything. So when things like this happen, especially death, because we never know when death is going to happen, you need to know how to cope with these things. You need to know how to grieve. Because, y'all, for years, I never knew how to grieve or anything. I didn't come from that type of family dynamic that people were strong enough to stick together during times like that. Like me personally, I didn't come from that type of love in a family that when someone passes, everyone knows how everyone feels and it brings us closer. No, everyone became very selfish and they distanced themselves and made it all about them. Like crazy words, like demonic, is how I feel about it. Because me personally, I felt like it really should have brought people closer. So, you know, I went in, I had to seek help from professionals. You know, someone who truly cares about what you're going through and has that time to listen. And they will give you good advice and good tips on, you know, how to cope with everyday life. So, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, it's okay to talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist. However you need to go. Some people, you may even need a little medication to help you sleep or help you with anxiety. Because, see, depending on who this person was to you, how they passed, when they passed, all of these things are main factors. How someone passed, now it's different if, when it's really not different, but let's say if someone was sick already. So, you know, the family was expecting that person to maybe pass sooner or later. But then, you know, someone was gunned down just walking from the store, from the trash can, or from their car. Anything like that, y'all, like, that's crazy to have to deal with. Or let's say, you know, it was on their birthday or around a holiday. That's even more stress. To lose someone around Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's hard. And then even if your birthday was coming up or their birthday, let's say that they was just about to turn 21 or even 60 or anything like that, and their birthday was like 2 days away, or their birthday was next week, like, but instead of you having them a birthday party celebrating them, you have to bury them. Y'all, that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with. And, you know, it's sad, but it's part of life, but it's a part of life that we don't talk about. And it's a part of life that people don't really seek the help they need to cope with that. And we all go through it. It's not one person that's walking this earth that has not lost someone that they loved and they cared about. Not one person. So don't for 1 second think that it makes you look crazy, feel weak, or any of that. Because at the end of the day, if someone feels some type of way about you seeking help, maybe they need to seek help themselves, but not to deal with what we're talking about, but just mentally in general. Because, you know, I mean, like I said, some people are stronger than others. But when you really truly lost someone that was like your rock and you were their rock and y'all was just, you had that love for that person, that unconditional love, that bond that could not have been broken and still can't be broken. Like, you need to find a way to grieve. I remember when I was younger, I didn't even know what grieving was. When I first went to talk to my therapist about it, she was like, so, I mean, yeah, this happened to you, and I get it. You're alone in this world, but how do you grieve on a day-to-day basis? And I'm like, how do I what? I don't understand what you mean. She was like, you grieve, how do you get over what's happening? I'm like, oh, I don't know. And y'all, that made me feel like I felt crappy. It made me feel crazy because, it's like at that moment, I didn't just lose someone that was just for me. Everyone loved this person or these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the only one. So it's like, what's so hard about coming together to help each other out and to talk about how we all love this person? That's because some people are just selfish and they make things all about them. And I don't care about saying that I've been in therapy, that I go to therapy and seeing a psychiatrist or whatever the case is. Like, it helped me. I have to get up every day and live my life just like you have to get up and live yours. And that's why I don't want you to carry what I carried in the inside. Because it doesn't feel good to wake up every day and to just feel like life is ending for you because it ended for someone else. God isn't ready for you yet, but he was ready for that person. And it's not enough people in this world that you have around you that can talk to you about these things and that can talk about how they feel. They just want to keep it in, or either they feel like you should already know how they feel. Closed mouths don't get fed, y'all. Unless you speak on something, a person will never know. And some people do have communication issues, like they can talk about one thing and get it down to a T, but when it comes to something else, they freeze up and they don't know how to deal with certain things. Like, they can talk to you all day about a football game or doing hair or when they went out to a concert, but then when it comes to death, it's like nothing. They have a lot to say, but they don't know how to express it because they're not around people. They didn't grow up around people who taught them how to express their emotions and to get over certain things and how to move forward. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't mean you are a broken person. No one can talk about you, or you can't feel bad about something that you never knew anything about, that you weren't introduced to. So at the end of the day, y'all, don't feel bad about having to do any of these things I just mentioned, whether you're crying, whether you're talking to yourself out loud, to someone else, whether you're seeking help, even if you need medication. Because, like for an example, let's say if you were in a car accident and you lost, a child or a mom or a dad or whatever, and you two were just driving along on the way, about to go, on a vacation to the airport, and you get into this crazy accident, that could mess you up mentally. That could cause you not to sleep. Because not only did you wake up in a hospital bed, you woke up knowing my child is not here. That's not easy to get over. You're not supposed to suck that up and just go to work and act like nothing didn't happen. And for anyone to tell you that, get away from that person or those people. That's demonic as shit, y'all. Like, real talk. Things like this take time. You don't just get over things overnight. And like I said, some people are strong and they can get over certain things and they don't need the help. But it's like, even if they feel like, even if it's not a long process, they need some type of help, because there's no way you could get into a car accident, lose the people that you care about, and then just move on a week later like nothing never happened, you know? Like, some people just start trying to work more, hold it all in, and before you know it, they're walking around here cranky, ready to fight everyone. You don't want to be that person. You want to be able to release this negative energy so God can send you new energy and, you know, help you deal with what you're going through. But you have to talk about it one way or another. Like, you need to deal with this one way or another, whatever makes you feel good. And, you know, some people, you know, that's how they end up turning to, well, what is it called? Substance abuse. You start smoking, you start drinking. I don't want you to go down that road either, you know. It's okay to probably sip a little something and smoke a little here and there, but don't use it to be codependent. You know, don't use that drug as a crutch, is what I'm saying. Because that drug really have you out here looking crazy. You know, it's easier to just talk to someone. Because either way around, people are going to talk about you. Whether you're drinking, smoking, doing drugs, or if you go and seek help. Either way around, people are going to talk, and let them talk. This is about you and your life and what works for you. So at the end of the day, y'all, I really hope that this video helped you. If I've left out anything, or, you know, something you want to talk about, just leave it in the comment section, y'all, because we'll definitely talk about it. If I forgot anything, if I left out anything, or if you have your own way of, you know, coping and dealing with things that could help someone else, leave it in the comment section. We can definitely always talk about this. Like, I can make a part 2, a part 3, whatever it takes to make you feel better about what happened, you know, when it happened. And y'all, this video, I don't care if this was a month ago, a year ago, 18 years ago, 50 years ago, 5 years ago. No one can tell you how to grieve or how to get over something that was never discussed. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one can tell you how long this is supposed to end or last, you know? Because I remember when I first went to seek help, like I said, it was years ago, but, you know, I was like, how long is this supposed to last? Like, how long am I gonna feel this way? Because I thought it was a time limit. Because I had people looking at me after a while like, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, am I supposed to be over this by next year, by next week? Like, help me. And, you know, my therapist was like, this thing could last for a lifetime. I'm like, every day? She was like, eventually you will get over it, but you can't change how you felt about this person. I'm like, so I'm not on a time limit with this, you know, because like I say, I didn't know. I just know I'm hurt and I'm broken. You see what I'm saying? I just know that some people won't, but I'm like, why is it hitting me this way and not them? Because we're all different. You know, and then plus, you got to understand your experiences with one person is not the same as the next. So, for an example, even if, let's say it's 5 of you all, 3 boys, 2 girls, you know, you're all siblings and you lost your mother. Everyone is dealing with it differently because maybe, because all of you had different experiences with your mother. You know, this person used to go shopping with mom. This person didn't get to see mom like that because maybe mom didn't raise that person. Because, you know, y'all, life isn't perfect. And maybe this sibling over here, you know, mom adopted them. And maybe this one felt some type of way because mom had nerve to adopt this sibling, but sent them to live with someone else when they were younger. I mean, who knows? Everyone deals with things in different ways. But we all have the right to grieve and to talk about things and to move forward the best way we know how. Point blank, period. No one is going to tell you how to live your life. No one can tell you how to live your life. Don't let anyone make you feel crazy for losing someone. If anything, they're just mad because you had someone who loved you unconditionally and you love them, and maybe they don't have that same type of love with whoever they lost or whatever they have going on in life. Who knows? But don't let it stop you from moving forward. So y'all, I love y'all. I'm Demi the Don. Let's not forget we're a Rare Breed family over here. If no one else is going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. I'm here for all of you. We can be here for each other. I love y'all. I hope that you got a lot of information from this video. And if this helped anyone, I'm glad that it helped. Or if you have anything that, you want to speak on, we can speak on it. We can talk about it, y'all. We free spirits over here. Nothing is gonna break you down over here, make you feel crazy or feel like you don't belong. You definitely belong. If you don't belong anywhere else in this world, you belong here, y'all. I love y'all and I'm proud of y'all. And I will see y'all in another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna talk about whatever it is, y'all. We can go for hours. I'm here. If no one else is here for you, I'm here. Your Rare Breed family, we got your back. Bye, y'all. I love y'all.